Welcome to AI Dispatch, your channel for the latest AI videos on YouTube. If you don't want to miss these updates, please like, subscribe, and share. Today's video comes from OpenAI, featuring Assad Awan on the thinking behind ads in ChatGPT. He outlines a business model that inverts the logic of the modern internet, placing user trust far above revenue. Awan explains why they have constructed a rigid separation between the AI and the ad engine, a move that defies the economic fundamentals of today's attention economy. His philosophy warrants close examination. Assad Awan of OpenAI has just articulated a business philosophy that runs counter to the foundational mechanics of the entire modern internet. For anyone working in tech, media, or marketing, his proposal represents more than a strategic surprise. It challenges the economic viability of digital advertising itself. The foundation of his argument rests on an explicit hierarchy of value that reverses conventional priorities. The attention economy has operated under a single governing principle for 2 decades: maximize time on site to maximize revenue. Every algorithm, whether powering social media feeds or search engines, is designed to keep users engaged because attention translates directly to ad inventory. Awan presents a decision-making framework that inverts this structure entirely. He describes a 4-tier priority system. First position goes to user trust. Second is user value. Third is advertiser value. Revenue occupies the 4th and final position. This represents a structural departure from standard ad tech architecture. Most companies publicly claim to prioritize user experience while their quarterly targets force optimization toward engagement metrics. Awan contends that because their core offering centers on intelligence and assistance, trust functions as the actual currency rather than a secondary benefit. His position holds that optimizing for revenue destroys the trust required for an AI assistant to operate effectively, thereby undermining the entire business model. He states they are prepared to display 0 ads if a genuinely useful advertisement cannot be identified. This framework suggests an ad network designed to remain inactive by default, only engaging when it can demonstrate clear utility, a fundamental shift from the fill rate mentality that dominates current digital advertising. The engineering architecture governing how the AI interacts with advertisements represents an equally significant departure from industry norms. Conventional thinking suggests that effective AI advertising requires deep integration. The AI should possess comprehensive product knowledge to weave recommendations naturally into conversations. One might expect that requesting a travel itinerary would prompt the AI to subtly direct users towards sponsored accommodations. Awan dismantles this assumption entirely. He reveals they have established a rigid separation between the intelligence model and the advertising engine. The AI model, the system generating responses, operates in complete blindness to displayed advertisements. During a chat session where an ad appears in the interface, the model possesses no awareness of that banner, brand, or advertising context. Awan emphasizes this separation is absolute. Unless the user explicitly activates a button to ask the model about this ad, the AI maintains enforced ignorance. This creates an ontological disruption for the industry. Standard practice pursues smarter, more context-aware ad systems. OpenAI is deliberately isolating their model from commercial content to preserve answer integrity. It constitutes a refusal to allow the monetization layer to contaminate the intelligence layer. This structural separation fundamentally alters the traditional data contract between users and tech platforms. The prevailing model for free internet services operates on a simple exchange. Users pay with their data. Opting out of tracking or deleting history typically degrades service quality, reduces functionality, or triggers persistent notifications. Data represents the admission price. Awan presents a framework that violates this established contract. Users can access their settings and completely erase data used for ad targeting, effectively blinding the ad system to their history while the product continues functioning normally. He frames this as clearing your data so we don't know and we won't use that, yet access to the tool remains unchanged. This decouples service utility from data extraction mechanisms. It points toward a future where advanced AI utility exists as a fundamental capability, not necessarily contingent on privacy surrender, even for users on free tiers. This architectural choice creates significant implications for professional marketing roles and small business operations. Discussing how small businesses will engage with this system, Awan describes a scenario that threatens to eliminate an entire professional sector. The performance marketer. Currently, small businesses seeking to run advertisements often must hire specialists to navigate complex bidding systems, keyword strategies, and analytics platforms. This creates substantial friction and requires specialized expertise. Awan anticipates this friction will disappear. He envisions a future where the ad system operates agentically. Business owners will not purchase ads through traditional interfaces. They will simply instruct the AI with directives like, I want to sell more shoes in the Midwest, and the AI agent will autonomously execute bidding, optimization, and campaign management. This transforms advertising from a tool you operate to a result you commission. The critical shift positions AI not merely as the platform displaying ads, but as the marketing department itself. This development suggests that ad tech complexity, which currently sustains a massive industry of intermediaries and agencies, faces potential complete automation, leaving only the business owner and the algorithm. Awan's vision extends to a fundamental redefinition of what constitutes an advertisement in an AI native environment. He hints at a trajectory where display ads, visual banners competing for attention might vanish entirely. He describes evolution toward conversational ads and eventually background agents. Under this framework, optimal advertising is not something users see. It becomes a service the AI performs without explicit visibility. He cites examples of the AI discovering discounts or niche products such as vegan ramen that users were unaware existed, presenting these not as sales pitches but as solutions to latent needs. This shifts advertising from interruption to discovery. The conceptual tension emerges from the notion that future advertising effectiveness may correlate with invisibility. It will not resemble traditional ads. It will manifest as a helpful assistant identifying relevant deals. While Awan positions this as beneficial, it fundamentally transforms commercial influence from external messaging to internal suggestion within the digital assistant users depend on. Examining Awan's complete framework reveals a unified strategy. He is constructing an advertising business that rejects the predatory mechanisms characterizing the past 2 decades of ad tech. He maintains they can generate billions in revenue without maximizing engagement, without mandating data extraction, and without permitting advertisers to influence content. The unresolved question: when this elevated rubric of trust over revenue confronts the harsh reality of quarterly earnings pressure, will the architectural separation hold? Or does this represent the calm, preceding, inevitable drift toward the standard industry model? If you're interested in the video featured in this episode, click the link below to watch the original.